The police were shocked to discover that a 10-centimeter metal box actually contained the body of a murderer. But when the captain stepped forward to take a closer look, the murderer's eyes suddenly moved. To everyone's horror, it turned out he was still alive. Under the frightened gaze of the officers, the killer slowly poked his head out of the box and began twisting his joints. In just 2 seconds, he crawled out completely. He had the strange ability to fold his own body and hide inside the metal box to avoid capture. Luckily, the police had been sharp-eyed enough to spot him. To keep him from escaping, they put him in handcuffs and locked him up with chains. They thought it was over, but during the transfer, the killer suddenly attacked. He folded his body again, broke free from the restraints, and kicked the driver out of the vehicle. Before the officers could react, he jumped out of the moving car and escaped. The police quickly released the dogs to chase him down, but to their surprise, the killer used some kind of light-footed martial arts to run away. Then he accidentally crashed into a man on the street. By the time the police arrived, the killer had already vanished. With no other clues, they arrested the man he had bumped into. At that moment, a woman arrived just in time to vouch for him. The captain was still suspicious, but because the woman spoke so sincerely, he agreed to let the man go. The woman helped treat the man's injuries. Seeing how kind she was, the man decided to prove himself by helping catch the killer. Soon, the two returned to the crime scene and recreated the fight. The woman thought he was acting crazy and turned to leave. To prove his skill, the man showed off his special talents. He could flip in the air, balance on one finger for 5 minutes, and even tear paper with his bare hands. In the end, he carried the woman and jumped across rooftops. It was clear he, like the killer, had martial arts training. With that skill, they tracked down the killer's house, but all they found was some bloody bandages. Using a train ticket left behind, they figured out the killer's next stop, the station. Sure enough, the police found a large sack at the train station. Remembering the killer's folding skills, the captain started punching and kicking the sack. Blood began to drip out, and they believed the killer must be injured. But when the captain opened the sack, the killer jumped out and wrapped his arm around the captain's neck. Then he escaped again. Luckily, the man arrived just in time, and a final battle began. The killer stood no chance. Within 1 minute, he was tied up and hanging from the ceiling.